$500,000 a minute? Well, that's exactly what BC taxpayers are going to be on the hook for when the city of Vancouver hosts just 5 FIFA World Cup games in 2026. Hi everyone, my name is Carson Binda and I'm the BC Director for the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, holding down the fort for our taxpayer army here on the wet and wild West Coast. Now, you all know that extraordinary claims, well, they require extraordinary evidence to back them up. The province has been making a lot of extraordinary claims about the benefits of hosting the World Cup, but they're not giving us a shred of the evidence we need. Now, the province says that hosting the World Cup is going to bring in about $1 billion worth of revenue, while only costing taxpayers around $206 million. Now, let's just put that into perspective a little bit. Way back in 2010, when we hosted the Winter Olympics for an entire month, the city raked in about $2 billion worth of revenue. Now, the Olympics were a much bigger event than hosting just 5 World Cup soccer games. People from all over the world came and stayed here for a month. We weren't just hosting 5 games. Toronto is another city that's hosting the FIFA World Cup in 2026, and lucky for us, they also released their cost estimates. They say it's only going to generate, at most, $307 million for their city. Montreal, well, the costs were so out of control over there that they withdrew altogether. EB and Sim need to come clean with their magic math, because right now, taxpayers in BC are shrugging their shoulders wondering how we can possibly generate more than 3 times the revenue of Toronto for hosting the exact same number of games at the same time. Every minute of playtime is going to cost more than the provincial income tax bill for more than 100 British Columbians. That's crazy! And Sim and EB, they're already showing us that they don't believe that the FIFA World Cup games are going to bring in money because they've introduced a new tax grab to help offset the costs. You don't introduce a new tax grab to pay for something if you think it's already going to pay for itself several times over. And listen, I want Vancouver to host the World Cup. I think it would be awesome for our city, but only if taxpayers aren't on the hook to pay for it. Because right now, taxpayers are on the hook for $500,000 a minute. And that's unacceptable at a time when way too many British Columbians are tightening their belts.